Hello out there. It's a quick video to show how I found an approach to hook this epever tracer charge controller up to a PC with the epever software and using, doing it remotely. And so here we see here I got the epever output here plugged into my charge controller, and then instead of having that plug into a PC, you see here I have a Raspberry Pi here, and it plugs into the Raspberry Pi, and with some software that I can show you a little bit upstairs, I can see this standard epever program running on my PC. And I just want to mention to anybody, if you get one of these, I got one of these expecting to be able to do that using this gadget sold by the epever people, tracer people, and it was a total failure. Somehow they've changed the software, the firmware, and the design, so you can no longer do that anymore. But let me go upstairs to where I have my computer, and I'll show you this thing running upstairs. Okay, I'm upstairs, and I'm remotely located from where the epever charge controller is, and I'm on my Windows PC here, and you see here I have a device manager, which is a standard Windows utility, and if you look down here, there are no COM ports here. So now I'm going to start this little utility called virtualHere, and this is the receiver or the client program. Okay, and you see it comes up right here, and USB hubs, and you see I have Raspberry hub here. Okay, and I click this open, and this XR21B, this thing here, is the epever charge controller hooked up to the Raspberry Pi that I showed you downstairs. So if I right click on this, I can say use this device. Okay, and then the device comes up, and you see over here in the device manager under COM ports, magically I get this XR2 blah blah UART on COM3, and so this then, it looks like the epever charge controller is actually plugged right into this PC, even though it's downstairs plugged into the Raspberry Pi. So now if I start up my epever software here, and I go here, you see here I've got garage controller, it's on COM3, and I can start monitoring, and it's thinking about it, and there you go. So right now you see I'm getting my charge controller. It's this is towards the end of the day, and the battery is fully charged, and we're gone into float charge mode, and pretty quickly I'll see here that we get some plotting here coming up, and so that's it. So now I'm going to show you the Raspberry Pi now and how to get this server thing running on the Raspberry Pi. Okay, I switched over to my Raspberry Pi desktop, and you see here I'm at this website called www.virtualhere.com, and this is the server that runs on the Raspberry Pi. This is their home page, and if I go to servers, and I can go to Linux USB server, and then from here I go, you can see here installation. All you have to do is you run this on your Raspberry Pi, this thing here, wget http www etc, and then that's an executable file, and then you do a change mode to make it, to add the execution permission, and then you do a sudo to run this thing in the background. And you can also so if you do this, you'll have to start it every time you reboot your Pi, but there's also another instruction on here how to start it automatically, and that's very simple too, and you can just search for that. And so you run this, and that runs the server program. And so then anything you plug into the USB ports on your Raspberry Pi becomes available, remotely to any other computer that runs this software. And then you also, on your PC, you have to download this client software. So the client runs on the PC, and then that gives you like this little utility here. Okay, and then you can run it. You can set it up to start it automatically if you like. Anyway, so that's how to do that. Actually, if you look on YouTube, there are several people that have a couple of videos on how to set this up. So perhaps I really don't need to do that, other than to point out that this really works great to look at the epever tracer. One note is that this program is free if you just plug in one USB device into your Raspberry Pi. If you want to do a couple of devices, you can only do one at a time unless you pay for a license. And anyway, so that's that. All right, that's all.